Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over every single map in Yeeps 2.0. Well, for right now, because there's a new map every single day for the whole week. I'm making this video to help you out with all the maps and crap. Also, I'm not going to show Buckcoin stashes. That's going to be for another video, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on to see my next videos. Alright, now we're going to go to our first map. This is Build Central. This is where you can find your community worlds, private worlds, wilds, and the weekly old map thingy. And that's located right here. Alright, but now we're going to go to Gnome Capital. Before I get to the map, right when you get into 2.0, you spawn in the tutorial that's in there, and then you spawn here. You can see a bunch of stuff already from here. Like I said in my other video, this is the starter house of 2.0, but it's even better. Each house has the achievements, we have the tech web, store, and cooking stuff up there. Also, these signs help you navigate to other rooms. So over here, these rooms are hide and seek. But before we get into all the other maps, there's a map over in this house. If you go down here, you'll see Bungo's basement. It's the basement revamp. Honestly, I think it's way better. It's a bigger basement that has like a lot of hiding spots, cool little secrets, and more. I don't know if I said this already, but Gnome Capital is where you find like just every single map in the game. Like from Gnome Capital, there's just a lot of ways to go to get to other maps. There's also some secret maps that you can explore. I'm gonna do that for another video, but there is one down here. But now we're gonna go over here to hide and seek. So this is Campsite. It's another hide and seek map. It has a large watchtower with a lot of buildings. There's a lot of underground areas and just a lot of places to explore. And there's these cool little bridges. It also has like some big trees. Now let's get out of here. Alright, now we've explored all the Build Central areas and all the hide and seek stuff. But now we're going to go to the left and we're going to the ocean map and the fantasy maps. So you want to come down here in the sewers and you want to find the blue and purple sign going over here. As you can tell, the colors tell you what maps you're going to go in. Let's start going into the fantasy and ocean maps. So first you spawn into this big cave. You go down, but to the right here is the ocean biome. It has this cool transition and it goes underwater. So here we are in the ocean biome map. Honestly, this is my favorite map so far. In this map, if you go to this house, you can find a cloth, and it's only in this map. There's also other loot like shells and like pearls. Alright, but now let's go to the fantasy maps. So this is Fantasy Village. It's the Mushroom Village revamp. It has a bunch of mushroom houses with a bunch of caves to explore. Alright, but now let's go to the next map. So this next map is not an official map, I guess. It's not on the map. This map is called Frog Forest. I really like this map. It has a bunch of trees and it's just a big lake here. It just looks very cool to me. Now, but this map is the Infested Invasion. This is the Infested Castle revamp. It is like way better than the original one. Look at this corrupted land. Well, let me get a look from above. Look at this map, bro. It's fucking insane, yeah. Also, they just like snatched the tech web part from this, and they just have this. It's really cool. Alright, but now we're gonna go to the winter biome crap. To get to the winter biome maps, you wanna follow the blue and gray sign, go on this bridge, and go through this whole tunnel thing. Be in this like mine shaft thing, follow this zip line, up this fan, and you have to go through this room. Now you're in Snow Village. This is like the Fortress and Hills revamp combined. This map is also really cool. I like the igloos, how they also have the fan from Hills. Alright, but now let's go to Wolf Valley. Alright, I'm going to talk about the Wolf Valley stuff in a minute, but right now let's go to Tag Towers that are down here. Alright, so this is Tag Towers, the Tap Tag map. I guess you can call it a construction site and outpost combined revamp. Honestly, I really like this map as well. The towers are really cool. There's different caves around and parkour thingies. Alright, but now let's get back to Wolf Valley. Alright, so this is Wolf Valley. It's another map that's not an official map. Everything beyond Wolf Valley is not official maps. It's like different dungeons you complete for loot, which I'm going to also make a video on later on. So yeah, just get ready for that. That's going to be the end of today's video. That is every single map that we have right now. Like I said, I will be making videos on the ones that are coming out every single day. Also, I might show the Buckcoin stashes on those maps too. I don't know. But make sure to like and subscribe. Join both Discords in the description, and goodbye.